This is about janitors. I was thinking about walls because I had stayed in a lodge at a state park whose position on the top of a ridge was fortified, if you will, by a number of great old gray stone walls. On closer inspection, I could see cracks, fissures in the cement that held the rocks in place. Some of the rocks in the top rows were cracked loose, held in position only by their weight. Someone needed to do some work on those walls, repair work, and I did not think it would be done soon. When we sat out on a stone terrace overlooking the lake, the faux lake really, I checked the wood trim around the windows. It was badly in need of fresh paint, peeling and cracking, in some places so badly that I thought the wood needed to be replaced. All of this got me to thinking about maintenance. Maintenance is necessary. Maintenance is costly. Maintenance is not sexy. I don't have any ribbon, they don't cut any ribbons or make any speeches on a maintenance job. Nobody gets reelected because they personally filled a pothole or patched a wall. Nationally, when you talk about maintenance, you'll hear the word infrastructure. That's the roads, bridges, tunnels, sewers, water, and power lines. Like anything, they wear out, break down, and they need to be repaired. And it's not getting done because it isn't sexy, it's hard, long work, and it's very expensive. I've talked about our nation's debt, plus all the debts of the individual citizens. It's a crushing, astronomical figure, and to that you can add this debt, the sad state of the country's infrastructure. We are literally falling apart. It's a debt, and it's as real and as big as the nation's financial obligations. And we know that nothing will be done about either one unless the economy or a major bridge collapses. A janitor is in charge of maintenance. A good janitor keeps his workplace clean and knows how to fix anything in it when it breaks or malfunctions, from a light bulb to the furnace. Janitors should be honored for their valuable service, but they're not. They are seen as menials. No one grows up aspiring to be a janitor, and that's too bad. There should be a janitor in the cabinet, the secretary of upkeep, the person in charge of national maintenance. Of course, there isn't. There's a lot of money in new construction, and there's a lot of it going on right now where I live. Many new projects, apartment buildings, luxury townhouses, condos, offices, retail space, but no one is spending a cent to fix some old buildings up, unless they call it a restoration, which is the real estate equivalent of bringing someone back from the dead. I once went to Columbus, Indiana to see the multitude of architectural marvels created because a local CEO thought it would be cool to put famous architects to work in his small town. And the result was very cool, but I came away wondering how that little town was going to take care of those treasures, knowing they could not. Maintenance is hard and constant and costly, and it's a tough sell. I recall a TV show about a couple who bought a Frank Lloyd Wright house and they started fixing it up, and one thing led to another and they wound up spending millions on it, and that's just one house. I'm back to the cracked up walls, and I'm thinking about Frost's famous poem about walls, the one where he says, "Good fences make good neighbors," and then something there is that does not love a wall, that wants it down. Walls seem to naturally spawn contradiction. That poem is called Mending Wall. It's about maintenance. Once you build a wall, you spend the rest of your life mending it. Building a wall is very satisfying, a real accomplishment. Taking care of it, as they say, not so much. And they also say that the price of freedom is constant vigilance. Vigilance is maintenance. You want me on that wall? You need me on that wall. Maintenance is drudgery. We avoid it until we can't. We leave it to the janitors. We don't need new leaders to save us. New leaders are a dime a dozen. Everybody's lining up to be one of our new leaders. We don't need them. Right now we need maintenance men. We could use good janitors.